Welcome back, guys. I'm Mellowseven. This is Rimworld B18 and day 2 of our migraine. So we're going to power through, or we're going to attempt to. That's the plan. Hopefully we're in focus today. I did shoot a second video yesterday and did fix the focus and haven't touched it. So in theory, I'm more or less in focus. Although again, my vision with the migraine may not be perfect. So we got a couple things to talk about. The first is we have toxic fallout down there, so we'll have to deal with that. That's why we came back. I did obviously get a little bit more built. The second is kind of the food issue. I went through all my mods one by one looking for what caused some of our problems with meat. So the animal logic is supposed to convert generic meat to chicken meat. So if you throw in some random animals that you don't fully mod and they're just giving you meat, it makes it chicken meat versus something else. As opposed to if we come here to cook simple meals and we look and we check, my mouse decides to act weird, we check, the dinosaur one is supposed to give us specific meat for each of these. So an Allosaurus is supposed to give us Allosaurus meat. It doesn't just give us generic meat. So the problem was, part of the problem was that the animal logic mod isn't working as intended. It's converting all meat to chicken meat. Now, whether that is causing problems with our rot time, I do not know. We will go through. I didn't play enough within my thing to have extra meat, and I kept forgetting to forbid it just to see how long it would last now. But at least that's fixed part of the problem. Second thing, rot versus deterioration. Now, something can rot and still exist on the map, okay? Which is why when we come in to make a meal like this, we have an option to allow rotten, okay? So meat that has rotted should still show up. It's just rotted, like corpses. I'm sure we can find a corpse out here somewhere that's rotting, but still exists. Maybe not. Maybe the wolf ate everything. But deterioration is when something's lost all of its hit points and it's gone. It disappears. Our meat is disappearing. The message says it spoils or it's rotted, but the fact that it leaves the map says that it's deteriorated. If it had been just rotted, then we would still be able to cook with it, albeit at a negative, and we'd have mood outlet problems with it, but it would still exist. So why our food was not going through a rotted but still existing stage and going straight to deteriorated with a message that said rotted, I don't know. Again, that's part of the problem. Next thing, let's look at, and we're going to add it back in here anyway, jerked meats. So apparently some mods use jerked meat as just a base meat component. So it's something you can do to preserve meat and then use that meat further on as an ingredient in other cooked meals. In this case, with our mods, jerked meat is in and of itself a meal. That's it. It can't be used for anything else. It is purely jerked meat. And as we looked in the past, it takes the same amount of time to make as a simple meal. It gives you slightly less nutrition, 0.85 versus 0.9, but it lasts a lot longer. So that's the trade-off, okay? Now, we can see if we were to come here to cook a simple meal and come down to meat, we would see that jerked meat, Hij, does not exist as an ingredient. I can't cook with it. However, smoked meat does. So maybe that's the confusion. Maybe what other people are seeing is smoked meat, or maybe their mod just uses jerked meat the same way that our mods use smoked meat. We do not have the ability to make smoked meat right now. I don't believe. Let's get down here into the pit here and see what type of options we have. No, we can just do the jerked at the moment. So what I am going to do though is I'm going to say I'm just going to get rid of the simple meals. That's what we're going to do initially anyway. So we're going to get rid of the simple meals. We are going to do jerked meats forever. The jerked meat does last a long time, and I would rather, well, we're probably never going to have billions of them floating around. I would rather have the jerked meats, I think, even at the lower ingredient state. Well, I take that back. What we're going to do is we're going to do jerked meats forever. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put simple meals after that. And we will do until... $35 is fine. And then we'll knock those down. Maybe we'll make 30. And that's because jerked meats is just going to use the meat. Our vegetable use, our vegetables won't be cooked if we don't add some simple meals in there. So let's go ahead and do that. And then same thing over here. Let's go ahead and add a simple meal for those. And we could do a weak stew as well. What does the weak stew need? Ingredient wise. Just 0.5 nutrition. Can we do it on this one? Can't do the weak stew over here. So we'll make things consistent and we'll do the simple meals for now. And then we'll, same thing, details. Oops. Do until, what do we say, 30? Something like that. Simple meals will rot. A lot of our vegetables will as well, but they take a really long time. So we're better off leaving them for storage in vegetable form than in simple meal form. And so something like that. So we will initially try to use all the meat in jerked meat, and then whatever's left, potentially if there's a little bit left and we have vegetables, we'll go ahead and cook simple meals. So that's my plan. Next thing we need to do, we need to get all of the wood in. That needs to be harvested quickly. We need to get all the vegetable matter in. That needs to be harvested quickly. And we need to make sure that we harvest this area because we do now have a toxic fallout. We need to get as much of this stuff in as we possibly can. We're going to do a quick harvest across, across there. And then we need to get all of this roofed, this entire thing roofed. And then I think what we'll do is we will plant mushrooms in here somewhere. Initially, my plan was to just wall this in, as you can see here, and then use, let's see, what if we double click? Let's zoom way in here. Then we'll double click. Cancel those. And use skylights. However, one of our mods is forcing us to actually make glass block. And can't do that. So previous playthroughs, that wasn't a requirement. We just put a skylight in and they built a skylight just like they built the roof with no ingredients. This one is going to require us to do that. So let's get rid of those jobs. We're also probably going to need more wood, but I say we go with this for now. And then ultimately, I would also, once these animals start to die off due to the radiation, we're going to run out and grab a few of the corpses of these dinosaurs. We're going to build a line of fire pits and put everybody on cooking. That'll be the plan. And for right now, I'm going to put everybody on a 1 for construct. So we'll haul all this stuff in, and then we'll get these roofs built so that we're not fighting the fallout. And that should start pretty quick here. There we go. So we don't have people sleeping out here in the open underneath the nuclear fallout. That's what we want. There we go. Ideally, I wanted to be able to put skylights above the beds as well. So in the daytime, what's wrong with the cat? Muscle parasites. She gonna go lay... She did go lay down. Who's our doctor? Let's make sure we get this stuff handled as quickly as possible. Crooked is sleeping. Maurice. Where are you, Maurice? Already taken care of it. Perfect. Anyway, so that the vampire couldn't sneak up on people during the day to drain them, he would have to stick with whoever we had kind of set for that, whether it was a prisoner or a specific person. But so he just wasn't randomly taking people out in the daytime. He could still at night grab whoever, but... Okay, so we've almost got this done. Then hopefully we go on to harvesting. Plant cut is also set at a 1. This way everybody gets their bedrooms done. We'll get everybody out of here. That will help as well. And I'm also going to set a wood chopping deal here, because we're not going to want to come out here too much, and I want to have enough wood for... what's the word I'm looking for? For the fire pits and stuff. Oh wait, I'm going to go ahead and pause here real fast. Let's get everybody a bed. I think Zion has this one right now. Yeah. So, we'll just work our way down the list. There's one for CJ. There's one for Julian. There's one for Kat. Do need to get Kat renamed at some point as well. And Maurice. And now we need to make sure that we get a roof section built over here. That's why we built these pillars. So, build roof area. Sure, everything is roofed. Crooked's going to go take care of Maurice. There we go. And the nice thing about having all this roofed in is that Crooked can run around day or night without any problems and take care of stuff, at least within the base, rather than sitting here and trying to go outside over and over and over again and not getting anywhere when he's awake, but still daylight out. So we are going to need to pay attention to our health here. Make sure that nobody has any... We've got a little bit of toxic buildup for Maurice. A little bit for Zion. But hopefully most of this is going to go away at night here, as everybody sleeps under the cover of their new roofs in their brand new bedrooms. And we'll need to pay attention to the animals as well. See, it's just minor buildup right now, because we're going to want to run out and get them right away. Probably maybe should have moved this out a little bit and had like a path like this from outside into the storeroom, so we didn't have to walk all the way through everything else. But for now, I think we live with what we have. We do have a couple meals, both pemmican and simple meals built up, so. New recruit, there we go. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is, because we don't have an extra bedroom, I'm just gonna take this off and we're gonna add Locust to this. And then we're gonna go in here and we're gonna see what Locust can or cannot do. He has some medicine skill, we're gonna turn it on. I don't think we need more handlers. Turn cooking on for him as well. Actually, for right now, I'm going to turn it off for the people that are bad at it. For now. Well, we've got a few people up here. Well, I'll turn it on for him because he's only got a 1. All he can do is butcher anyway. Growing, I think we turn off completely for the moment. We don't have anything we want to grow yet. Mining doesn't matter. Plant cut, everybody on 1 for plant cut. Art doesn't matter. Still leave cleaning there. we're gonna physically tag everything that needs to be hauled quickly. So we're just gonna rely on the haul plus for the moment. If there are some extra random things that need to be done, then we'll get those taken care of. So we are doing a little bit of cooking because we do have cooking at a 1 for some people. And we did bring in some vegetables. As soon as we finish these roofs, we should hurry up and run outside and do some wood chopping and harvesting. And we'll take care of all that. Yep. Headed out both directions. Then we'll get all this stuff hauled in. And then, like I say, at that point, we should start to see animals, see, beginning to drop. See moderate toxic buildup. And we're just going to have to go fast. All right, let's get all that hauled in urgently. And all this wood hauled in urgently. And that should be the vast majority of the prep we need to do. And now it's just a matter of sitting tight and praying. Continuing to watch these guys. How's their health? Moderate. How about the dinosaurs? Serious. Oh, these guys are going to go down quick. So we need to pay attention to them. Now we need to check our own health. Make sure everybody's initial. Okay, so we're doing okay for the moment. Now, I want to go ahead and build... Let's go ahead and get our fire pits going first. So, do we want to do fire pits or just regular? Work speed 75. Let's do this. Got plenty of steel, I believe. Somewhere. Yeah, plenty of steel. And I'm just going to build like a line of fire pits here. Something like that. And then I'm also going to build, let's go structure. Something like that for our mushrooms. We probably also want to grab that cloth at some point. There we go. Get everything in. And we'll see where we can go. Now, when we start butchering dinosaurs, we're going to end up with lots of leather, so the cloth isn't as important, but there's some things that can only be built with... I just realized my LED light died on me. So hopefully that won't mess up my lighting too badly. I do still have a light. Move it around so maybe a little bit more of it gets on my face. See how that works? The last of that wood. I'm going to go ahead and cancel the rest of this stuff out here. And call it a day for that. Looks like we're just about calling it a day here with people going to bed. Crooked Mo's beginning to build our fire pits. So once they're built, then we can add wood to them, and they'll actually stay burning. And we can also go ahead and do a quick, I guess, plant cut. Knock down some of these internal trees. Just so they know, that's nice. A Psychic Soothe. Oops, I clicked everywhere except on the trees there. For males, okay. Not bad. And then out here, I'm going to disable sowing on those. Oh, we probably should get these in. And then we'll be able to enable growing again inside. And we'll go ahead and go, Thought I heard something blow up. Oh, roof collapsed. Is that what happened here? No, it's just light from the fires. All right, so we've begun to get... There we go. Dead, haul urgently. None of those are dead yet. And in fact, I'm going to have CJ run out manually and come grab this one. So then what we're going to do is we've got this fire pit here that we already have these. We're going to copy all. And then on this one, we'll paste all. On this one, we'll paste all. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that everybody's on cook. And we're just going to do bulk cooking. We'll knock that down to a 2. It doesn't matter. Cooking will happen before construction. Yeah, something like that. So now, at some point here, we're going to get this guy butchered, you'd think. Apparently that's the one cooking job we don't want to do. We're cooking all the corn first. But we're gonna run out of corn very quickly. So, I think, considering my LED light's gone out, I think this is probably where we put the cut today. Oh, we got some gazelles out here. And we, yeah, there we go. So I think we're pretty well set up, though. We'll get a bunch of these animals brought in. We'll get all of the meat jerked as quickly as possible. It'd be nice if somebody, Ryder, can you butcher, and then we'll start working on the actual meat here. I think what I'm going to do is, I think actually, well, once we have the meat, it should automatically go to that. There we go. Now they'll start working on those. There we go. And Ryder's butchering, so we'll take care of that. And we're just going to make as much of this stuff as we can, as long as it lasts. That's the plan. And we'll just put everybody on cooking and cross our fingers and pray that we get where we need to get to. Anyway. What was that boom again? I keep hearing booms. Did anybody notice what the boom is from? Was it from... Oh, it was probably from Crooked using his abilities. Speaking of which, let's see what his abilities are. Character... Before we go, let's check his... He's got no points available yet. Okay. Alright, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thumbs up if you did, thumbs down if you don't. Love to know your comments on kind of our meat thing. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how long it lasts, because we're not going to get it all cooked. It's just... There's no way. But I think maybe we've got most of the kind of weirdness at least quantified, if not figured out. Anyway, Don't forget to subscribe. I think I already said that. We'll see you guys next time. Cheers.